So after a few years, Sex, Lies and Videotape came along, for which you won an Independent Spirit Award and got your first Golden Globe nomination. I loved it when it came out. I just watched it a couple of days ago again, and your performance is just pitch perfect. You so beautifully convey every nuance of this repressed, confused, deep-feeling woman. How did you get that role, and how does that role sit with you in your kind of amongst all the films that you've done?
Well, that role changed everything, so I'm so thankful for it. I read the script, and I knew that I would be really good at it if I got it. I just had to get it. I felt like I had a really deep understanding for this woman, and I read for it, and I got the job. Stephen liked me. I had to go in and do it again for the producers and prove it to everybody, but I do feel that I had a unique understanding for that woman.
And looking at your work, I think you can see a real attention to detail in your craft. I'm wondering, what is your process for embodying a character? And is it different for each role?
It's definitely different for every role. There's a different process for every role. I like to think about the history. I like to think on a psychological level. And then the most important thing for me is to really know the script. It drives me crazy if I don't know it. So I learn it. On this, we ended up improvising a lot, which I'm really comfortable with. I like that very much. So if I do all that, then I can just relax and have a good time and play make-believe.
Get back to that.
Yeah, it's all make-believe.
Yeah.
Yep, and you are that person. It's so much fun.
Yeah. You said you wanted the part in Magic Mike XXL really badly because it was so different to any part you'd played before. Is there a particular kind of role you haven't played yet that you'd really like to?
We had dinner. Did you hear?
I didn't hear your answer to this. No,
okay.
I already had this question,
okay.
So it'll be new to me and all these lovely audience too.
There's so many things that I would like to do. I want to continue to work. I hope that I can play the kind of women I know. I think it's so hard to find them. I think women are really, my age, are really interesting.
Yes, yeah.
And there's just not enough material out there that portrays us as interesting as we are.
Yeah.
And also, I feel it's cliche. A lot of the roles that women are given are very cliche. They have been very cliche. We're, along to add color for the man and make him look good. And a lot of times I think that's why they end up, as men get older, they cast younger women because they just want to. If you have an older man and you put a younger woman next to him, he automatically looks younger. He does.
Yeah.
It's the truth. It's a psychological trick. And I want them to do that for women a lot, put me and not make it like it's some weird thing that's happening. We should have every right that men have equally. We are just as beautiful. Sadly, in our culture, and I love you guys, I love you, I love all you men, I love you, but sadly, in our culture, women have been, because it's been done this way, women don't think that they age as beautifully as men, and you'll hear them say that. They don't feel good about themselves. They have a lot of women out there have very, very low self-esteem as they age, and it breaks my heart because there's no truth to the matter. It's a psychological thing and a cultural thing that we have done to women. And I would like to break that. I'm afraid that I'm almost too late. I know it's going to happen. I feel like I'm too old. I'm not going to get on the boat, but I think it is arriving. The ship has sailed in, and it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. I don't know. I hope I can do it. I hope I'm not too late. I know it's going to happen. But anyway, I would like
doing it because this film.
This did it. Yeah, this did it.
Yeah.
We did it here. But I'd like to do strong women that are still beautiful and sexy and vibrant and have something to offer. And I'd like those characters to be written and shown on film for myself and for other women.
Yeah, I agree. After 4 Weddings and a Funeral and Bad Girls, you earned the title of #1 female box office draw becoming the first actress in US history to bank back-to-back #1 films at the box office.
It was only for the weekend, though, because I don't think Bad Girls ended up doing that great after that. But for one weekend, I did it.
You made history, that's all that matters. With that kind of fame and combined with the peculiarly challenging environment of Hollywood, which can be quite superficial and fickle, how have you kept your sense of yourself, your authentic self, of who you are and what you want from your life? Is that a challenge, or have you just found that easy to do?
Well, that's a complex question.
Sorry. I'm known for that.
I'm sure I've had my moments, but of, not being down to earth, but I think I am basically a pretty down to earth person by nature.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe family, but having a strong association with family might help with that.
I think family, and I just truly think it's my nature. I can tell you a few things that will explain that to you. Because I started as a model first, and I worked with this hairdresser, like my first few really good jobs, first big time job. And this hairdresser kept saying to me, he goes, "Girl, you've got to get an attitude. You have got to get an attitude." And I kept thinking about it. It was like watching the other girls trying to figure out what they were doing. And they were walking around, they were so cool. And they could speak foreign languages. And they just came up. And I thought, I am not all of a sudden going to start walking around like that. That's going to look like an idiot. But I do speak some French.
Yeah, I think that's part of the difficulty is you do have to have, some front, don't you? Even when you're not in a film.
I decided my front was going to be no front.
Okay.
That's what I decided.
Yeah.
I was like, everybody else is doing that. I'm going to do this.
So
And
maybe
it
that
worked.
helped with keeping
Pretty
your
much.
sense of yourself.
I just thought I would just be me and not try to pretend.
Yeah, I think it worked
A lot
out
less
well.
work, too,
That's true. Well, no, I think that worked out well.